We're joined by the head cross-country coach of the Franklin Grizzlies, Brandon Dworak, ahead of this weekend's HCAC Championships. And Coach, a couple of weeks ago, you had what you might consider your most successful event up and down the board, up and down the roster, with everybody basically posting season best times. So when you take that, coming off of that performance, in event, heading towards, what's one of your two most important events of the year, from a team standpoint, where do they sit kind of in your eyes, and how optimistic are you for this weekend?
Yeah, so we're feeling pretty good about coming off our meet at Oberlin a couple weeks ago in Ohio. Obviously the big highlight, was Clayton Brumfield, coming away with the school record, in the 8K, the 25-25. So, he's definitely coming on at the right time. But yeah, like you hinted at, we had a lot of season bests, a lot of all-time personal bests, coming off that meet. So I think that was really the start of our group really starting to turn the corner there. So Clayton certainly led the way for the men there, but certainly had some big performances behind him. On the women's side, Angel, Gregory, she found her way on the school top 25 all-time 6K list. Definitely a breakout race for her as well. But the same thing with the ladies. We had a lot of people that definitely showed up for that meet and made some big improvements as compared to where they had been with their seasons thus far. So overall, we're feeling pretty optimistic. Heading into the conference championship this weekend. At the Laverne Gibson course. We went and ran an Indiana State's meet at that course earlier this season. So we have raced on it already this season. We've seen it. Obviously, we've come a long way, since September, since we've been there. A little bit more on the line now. We have to be in conference, but overall, I think with where the team can be, I think Clayton has a great shot to be up front. We hope he can come away with a win. After the last 3 years, I think he was seventh, fourth. So he's looking really strong. I think in terms of the team, I think we can be about where we were last year. Last year we finished fifth. I think we're good candidates again to be around that fifth spot. On the women's side, I think Angels definitely has a pretty good chance of, cracking that top 20, which would be, all conference mark. I think the women, again, can be about the same as the men, somewhere in the middle of the pack. I think anywhere from 4, 5, 6 is realistic for our team there. So I think, with having a young group on the women's side and some ups and downs on the men's team this year, if that's where we end up, then I think I come away feeling pretty good about that.
So from a tactical standpoint, having familiarity with the course you're going to race at Laverne Gibson, having been there once already this year, and coming off of having everybody put together either personal or season best times last 2 weeks ago. How important do you think that is, not only for your outlook on the entire team as a coach, but for your individual runners, knowing that they know what to expect from a course standpoint, and they kind of know what to expect from a competition standpoint, having seen the other teams in the HCAC throughout the year.
Yeah, so I think obviously seeing the course once already is definitely an advantage, and just with our overall schedule this year, we've seen pretty much all these teams, at least once, probably multiple times throughout the year. So from a competition standpoint, I'm not expecting, too many surprises, I guess. We have a pretty good idea at this point, with our scouting report, who needs to go at where, at what paces, what teams should we be looking out for, that kind of thing. So I think in terms of all that, we have a pretty good idea, where we need to be on Sunday, who we need to be with. And it's conference. You got to dig and compete. That's the big one for us.
All right. Well, we're looking forward to seeing how you guys do on Sunday, and good luck to you this weekend.
Thank you.